Well, howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here, and
Ready.
And the critters. Okay, for the critter cam, because I know I got in trouble yesterday. There's Miss Angel, right here. Oh, I know. And then we have, let me move my thing. We have a Charlie right here. Right here is a Charlie. And way over here, well, you see her butt, is Mama. Over there. She Billy Golded over the top of Charlie. Because Charlie wouldn't move. Charlie said he was not, I know, Angel, he was not moving. Because he wanted to be by his mom today. Because they're just having, it's been a hard morning for the dog. You know, we were outside all morning. We just came in. So we deviated a little bit from our normal schedule. Because usually I have them, they always have dry food out. But you guys know that we feed Missy, it's like the crumbles.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's like what Gainsburgers used to be years ago, basically. It's a semi-soft food in a pouch. So now the other two dogs have to have them too because, you know, they were acting like I just didn't love them anymore. So they're usually fed by one, that stuff. And so we were a little late. So, boy, they were just, Brad bringing in the two big dogs, they were just frantic to get in here because they were just, you know, they wanted to drink, they wanted to eat, they wanted to be on the couch with me. Hi, Angel. And Angel's like, well, I got the house out of myself for a little bit. It was kind of nice, wasn't it, Angel? Your collars just, I hate these collars from Dollar Tree.
Mm-hmm.
They stretch all out. Good. It's gonna get it hung up on something. I wonder if I take it off now, do you think?
Yeah.
Here, hang on, baby.
Because we watch her real close to keep her from.
Well, no, we just don't want you to get outside. Oh, you're like, oh, I like it because they're calling off me now. Right? I know. What are you doing? Come here. Oh, I know. Are you a love bug? Mm-hmm. You are a love bug. So anyway, it is Monday, March 6th. Monday afternoon, 3:42 in the afternoon, 2017. And do you have the weather pulled up, honey? Or
Nope.
no?
Give me a second.
Okay.
Currently in PANACEA, Florida, it is 77 degrees. A projected high today of 77 degrees. A real feel of 73 degrees. And a low tonight of 57. And a couple of my friends were posting pictures from Casper,
Wyoming.
And one friend of mine lives down in Paradise Valley. And he shot a picture of it, and you cannot see the house across the street.
Did they get another snowstorm?
The wind is blowing. And they said there's another storm coming in. So.
No, thank you.
I do not miss that a bit.
No, thank you.
Yeah, see, and according to the Casper weather on my phone, it's 25 degrees, a real feel of 2 degrees, and a high today of 27, a low of 20, and it's snowing, so.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty to watch if you don't have to go anywhere, but the high heating bills, and I know that it's all an exchange, and yes, my hair kind of messed up because I had headphones on, because you're going to pay higher electric bills here in the summertime because of having to cool and stuff, but no thank you. I couldn't sit outside like I did today, and he did, and work on different stuff. Yesterday was no bra Sunday. Woohoo! It was the one day I kind of really relaxed, and I did some painting. I'm working on a painting, and then I started another one, and then I did some looming. I got 3 hats done total, I'll show you. This is an adult hat that I finished for a donation. If you guys ever see a hat that you just really fall in love with, you can contact me, and I will pop it on Etsy or sell it to you there. So just bear that in mind, or if you see a pattern that you like and you're like, oh, I'd like that, but in whatever color, I'll work with you. And then this is a child size hat that I finished last night. And then this is an infant hat that I did last night also. So those all go in donation. And then I made crock-pot lasagna, which turned out well, except for I don't like those no-bake lasagna noodles. The ones that you don't have to cook ahead of time. Because, I don't know, they're not the same. They're harder and chewier and stuff. I prefer to have to go ahead and cook the lasagna noodles and then make the lasagna. So, but I would do it again, except for, like I said, I would change the lasagna noodle. And it's a quick, easy way, and it's a good way to not have to heat up your entire place using a crock pot, especially if you live in a tiny house or an RV or something. So, Brad worked last night, and wasn't really anything eventful last night, was there, dear?
Not really.
He stayed up a little bit later than normal because he didn't have work today.
And I had a hard time sleeping.
Yeah, he was off. He's off work today, but yeah, he was really having a hard time. That's why I think it was 4:30 in the morning, hon, when I said to him, why don't you go ahead and take some melatonin? Because you know how you're not really asleep, but you're not really awake, and you keep tossing and turning, and when you're in that in-between state, you don't think of things like, hey, the bottle of melatonin is just like inches from my face. And so, I said to him, why don't you take some melatonin? And then you started to drift back off to sleep. But you were still, and then I called out to you again.
Yeah.
And got him to sit up and take some melatonin and stuff.
Yeah.
Because he just was really having a hard time. I felt bad for him. He'd find a position that was comfortable, and then a couple minutes later it was no longer comfortable. It was your back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My back and my feet.
Yeah. Is your foot pain less now that we have the diabetic socks? Mm-hmm. But it's still, yeah.
But I noticed that the days where I spent a lot of time in the register, just standing in one place, that's when it hurts the worst.
And that's what he did a lot of, so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I said, today it was beautiful out, and we were sitting out, and first I transplanted my hydrangea shrub into, Brad had bought a nice big square planter, thank you. And then he drilled a few holes in it for me for drainage because it didn't have any. And I transplanted, because that hydrangea had grown quite a bit. It's got quite a few more blooms on it. It needed a bigger pot. So I did that, and then I cut back my mint. If you want your mint to grow up fuller and not look so scraggly, cut it way back. It'll rejuvenate. And also it smells really good.
Well, that first house that we bought, we had that mint bed right underneath the bedroom window. Mm-hmm. And every time I mowed and I went with a weed eater, I'd always trim it back, and I remember that it would just all that mint smell would come through the bedroom window.
Basically, it was really nice late at night if you get a breeze and you get that mint smell wafting in your window.
Yeah.
So yeah, I cut those way back. Did some pruning on my begonias and stuff. I got all kinds of more stuff coming up, which is fun. I would have done some more planting, but I'm out of potting soil, so I'll have to wait. And so I sat outside, and Brad helped me bring out my painting stuff. Because I always prefer to paint with natural light whenever possible. And it was just a beautiful day out, and I didn't want to be stuck inside. Neither one of us did.
Mm-mm.
So he helped me bring out stuff and help get stuff set up, and I sat out there and painted for a few hours. And while I was painting, he picked up around there and raked all the pine needles and stuff that fall, and all the plant cuttings that I had clipped and stuff.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of acorns, and I got a bunch
Yeah.
of those raked up too.
And then I'll let you tell him what you were doing.
Oh, I love to shoot pictures. I mean, I'm definitely not professional photographer quality, but I've lucked out and got some really cool pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw, I think you pointed out to me, videos telling you how to transfer the pictures to a piece of wood.
Mm-hmm.
And we were fishing about a month ago, and we found, I'm guessing it was a 1x6 that they used on a pier, and we went ahead and threw it into the Jeep and brought it back, and we washed up on shore and let it dry out because it was still pretty soaked. Let it dry out, and then I cut it into lengths and sanded one side smooth.
You cut them into probably about that size.
Yeah, about 7 inches. Each length is about 7 inches. And then a while ago, we had a bunch of pictures printed up.
That's at the library, nothing fancy.
Yeah, no, and they were all photos that I had taken.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went ahead and I just experimented with a couple of them at first, and it takes 24 hours. So hopefully on Wednesday's video, we'll be able to show you how they turned out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Therese had mentioned something about distressing the edges of some of the wood, and you said that.
Right, yeah.
You were talking about that, a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took my angle grinder and I did little dings around the edges of a piece of wood, and then took a lighter and kind of burned it a little bit. And I think it
turned out really cool. What are you going to do with that one piece that you did?
That I distressed?
Yeah.
I'll probably put a picture on it. I'm not sure which one, but
I'd like to have you do a couple pieces like that for me to paint on.
Oh, if you want that one, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it did turn out really cool looking with the distressed edges and the burned edges. It looks really neat. So, definitely could think of doing a nice beach scene or something on it, So, but yeah, so we've basically been just outside crafting and stuff. The dogs were in their dog kennel. Well, Missy Mama the Beast was out.
Jeez.
She was on her leash, but she was about wanting to knock over my easel, and she was being horrible and belligerent as she can be.
Not her.
I mean, here's this 15-year-old dog, and she just wants to just act like a holy terror out there. It's like, really? And, not that anybody takes her seriously, but yeah, she's being naughty. Oh, I brought this in for me to show you guys what he did. Doesn't that look cool? I love how he did these edges. I love that. So yeah, I'm going to do a painting on this side. So, yep. But I'd like to have another piece like this, even more distressed and burned.
Okay.
He's like, what do you want me to do? Burn the whole piece? But yeah. So I love what he did. I think this is so cool. I was thinking too, you could, he used to do a lot more woodworking, and you could even make picture frames and distress them and stuff. So
yeah.
I love it. So that's what we've been doing, and then he got out. It's a mystery meat. We think it's chicken. See, because we're not intelligent enough to actually ever mark the packages of our meat. Neither one of us. Even though we have markers up the the bunghole sitting around.
That sounds painful.
But yeah, you think that we would, actually, mark even a C and a P. Brad said we should mark an M for meat. So we think we have chicken out. Whatever it is, he's going to incinerate it out on the grill later on.
Incinerate it?
I'm teasing.
I know.
And, then I'll make something equally horrific to go with it inside. We don't have a topic today, and I don't think Brad thought of anything to talk about, even though while I was talking.
No.
Oh, let me point out, let me say, though, that if you guys, those of you that know Stevie Counts and her son is so sick in a hospital, he is stabilized enough that she let me know this morning that they are transferring him to another hospital that has a better cardiac team. Because she says it's vegetation growing on his heart. I'm assuming it's probably some kind of fungi or something. But it's breaking loose, and they're afraid that some of it's going down his lungs. Also afraid that some of it may go up to his brain, which could be fatal. So they need to do that open heart surgery, clean that all out, and replace that valve that's been damaged. But he is slowly improving, and she really thanks everybody for their thoughts and prayers. They mean a lot to her. So that's the update on her. And, I'm thinking of everybody else that's recently lost loved ones or has loved ones that are heading down that path. It's a hard thing. Nixie! Hey, Nixie! Yo, woman. Wow. You look rough there, dude. Dudette.
Yes.
Wow. But anyway, what do you got to say for yourself, young man?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just ready for a nap.
I know. You've got flashing nap on his forehead.
Well, I wasn't going to take a nap today because I got to be at work earlier in the morning than I'm used to.
Ooh.
I know, so I'm going to have to go to bed, but...
It doesn't make a difference. You're not going to sleep anyway.
Well, yeah.
So you might as well, if you're tired in the daytime, I look at it this way, you might as well take a nap now while you're tireder. Because you're not going to sleep worth a poo tonight anyway.
Well, who needs sleep? Sleep is so overrated.
That's why you love them energy drinks.
You know, I maybe buy one a week.
Fuck, that woman's driving so fast through here. There must be a sale going on someplace. Oh shit, did I say that out loud? Yes, I did.
And you used a lot of potty language.
Oh.
Yeah. It lost its G rating.
It just did. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had this one couple showed up. We closed at 10. They showed up about 10 minutes till 10. And he went in and got what they needed. And he was at the register. And then he's standing there yelling across the store for her to hurry up and get up there because we want to go home. And
oh my
we're
God.
trying to get closed. And she tells him to hold on to his britches because there's something she needed. And this lady does not enunciate very well.
Uh-huh.
And, I had to laugh about when we first moved down here and when I started there. I know I've mentioned this before, but in the movie The Waterboy, the assistant coach is Cajun, and he'll start talking and you can't understand a word he says throughout the whole movie. And I've met several people that actually talk like that.
Oh yeah.
And she's one of them.
Oh great.
So, and finally, she was finally up in the register and she was yelling back. Couldn't understand a word she said.
Did he understand it?
He did.
Okay.
And he was, he wasn't disrespectful, but he was basically telling her that she needed to
hurry the hell up.
Move her ass, yes.
Did she?
With a lot of grumbling and complaining.
An attitude. Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's like quite a few people I've talked with that I didn't understand but maybe 2 words of what they were saying because they have such a thick southern accent. I'm not too sure what I've agreed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just stand there and go, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that's the way this lady is. And, you know, so I just...
Kind of like, I think it's the Family Guy. Or no. Is it?
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. That one guy that's always... And nobody, yeah. That's what it is. It's like, really?
Yeah.
I don't understand nothing that you're saying, but okay.
But, you know, the thing that... You know,
nice
the thing
people,
that I've really been impressed with here is you know, the people around, some of the people around here may be a little hillbilly-ish backwoods, but it is a nice group of people.
Nice people, though.
Yeah.
Nice people and not near as judgmental as where we came from and stuff. And like I said, I love the weather. Love the weather.
And I don't know.
Did I say I love the weather?
I think so. Once or twice. And then I have never been called honey, sweetie, dear, so many times in my life.
Tell it to him what happened the other day, though.
Well, the guy that the guy that came in and I think I asked him if that would be all for you, and he said, yes, dear. And he said, yes, sweetie. And I said, oh, dear. Or a thank you, dear, or something. I don't remember what it was, but...
And they just looked at Brad and started laughing.
Yeah, he was really thoroughly embarrassed, but... You know, that's one of those.
I don't know how many times I've been called honey, sweetie, you know.
And that's one of those things you can't let go. You gotta...
Oh, yeah.
You know.
You want to go? Okay, Pookie.
Yeah.
Pookiekins.
Yeah. You know, and I swear that everybody is related somehow.
Oh, they all are.
You know?
And some of these deep woods, I know there's some inbreeding going on because I've seen their kin.
Yeah, you really wonder about,
I got to say, in my family, it looked like there was set. Some of you know?
How are you?
But anyway.
Good. Can you hang on a second?
Oh, I'm going to wrap this up.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much. And I think you guys are awesome. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.